instructing her to do is correct, and she should obey. So this type of a question, oftentimes, one cannot just say yes or no on them. One needs to know what is behind them. There may be aspects which indicate yes, it's permissible and correct and better, and others who say no, it's not. The other question is a question which was posed to me in a lecture which I gave recently in Canada, in Toronto, and it's also related to husband and wife, Muslim marrying non-Muslim kind of situation, so I'll share it with you here now. Dr. Bilal, could you explain what happens when a Muslim brother marries a non-Muslim woman legally without an Islamic blessing? Later the woman becomes Muslim. What about the children? Is it considered to be fornication? Okay, this is a big issue here. A Muslim in a non-Muslim country marries a non-Muslim woman. And when we're dealing with a non-Muslim woman here, we're assuming that he's talking about a Christian or a Jewish woman. Because from the Islamic perspective, if the woman is Hindu, if she's Buddhist, if she's an atheist, or she says, I don't have any religion. I believe in God, but I don't have any religion. Such a person, a Muslim man, is not allowed to marry. So if he goes and marries her legally according to the legal systems of the West, that marriage from the point of view of Islam is still considered to be fornication. That's the bottom line. Now, I should also mention that if he's marrying a Christian woman or a Jewish woman, then Allah stipulated that she must be from the muhsanat. That is, that she was from the chaste women. C-H-A-S-T-E, not C-H-A-S-E-D. This word sounds quite similar. Some people have misunderstood me when I use this term. Chaste meaning that she did not have illicit relations. She was a virgin, or a divorcee, or a widow. Her relations, whatever relations, she had sexual relations within the bounds of marriage. Such a person, yes. But a person who has lost her virginity through illicit relations, it's not permissible for a Muslim man to marry such a woman. This is unless she converts to Islam. If she converts to Islam, where Islam cancels, the Prophet ﷺ said, Al-Islam yajubu ma qabla, Islam cancels what took place before, in which case, yes, he may marry her. Because of course, anyway, she's now a Muslim woman. So our question, back to our question. This Muslim brother, he marries a non-Muslim woman, who is a Christian or a Jew, assuming this, without Islamic blessing, meaning he married her in the courts, meaning that that marriage was not considered marriage according to Islamic law. He was involved in fornication. She later becomes a Muslim. She becomes a Muslim. Really, at this point, they should have an Islamic marriage. What of the children? What of the children that they had outside of this marriage, Islamic marriage? Is it considered fornication? Yes, it's considered fornication. Those children would be considered children of fornication, literally according to Islamic law. But of course, given this kind of a circumstance, where people have done some things like this in ignorance, they didn't know, they thought that just marrying, in the courts was enough, wasn't required. There's a variety of different circumstances. We know people doing things in ignorance. Though the letter of the law says, hey, this is fornication, the children are children of fornication, actually the children shouldn't even carry the father's name, and things like this. The Islamic legal system seeks to kind of patch things up, to rectify things where possible. So if she becomes a Muslim, then they should just have an Islamic marriage. I mean, if he becomes conscious of that, they should have an Islamic marriage, and the children, would be considered to be their children. But really, their affair is really, specifically in the case of a man, is with Allah. Allah knows what was in his heart when he did what he did. and he will be held to account accordingly. In an Islamic state, the way things may be handled may be different. We're dealing with the circumstance of Muslims who are not under Islamic law, and you have all these kind of confused systems and people of ignorance, etc. Then one can be somewhat lenient in this matter, as it would create a greater fitna, in terms of the children, to rule that all these children are children of fornication, so they're not the father cannot claim that they're his own children, etc. For the sake of maintaining the family and protecting the rights of those involved, the children especially, such a case could be patched up by performing the Islamic marriage and then bringing the children in under it. The next question is a question coming from England. Dear Dr. Bilal Phillips, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Could you please answer this question for me, as I have non-Muslim parents? Can a person who converted to Islam share their parents' property? Could you please answer this in writing? Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Where you've written in with questions that you'd like in writing, I'll try to send them back for you, but of course my time is somewhat limited. Maybe writing back questions is not so easy. If a person needs a direct answer, it may be better to call me. So you will call it our office numbers, either in Discover Islam in Dubai, 04-396-2190, or and in Sharjah, 06 and Al Fatah, 5339-864, or even my mobile, that is 050-626-4139. I'll be glad to try to answer your questions directly, over the phone. This is a little easier for me than to writing questions, to be honest. Now, just to answer this question in specific, a person who converts to Islam, can they share their parents' property? Of course, this has a number of different aspects to it. Do you mean after your parents die, can you inherit from them? Or do you mean, they're living now, they give you some property of theirs or whatever, can you take it? Of course, if they're living, whatever they give you as gifts, you can take it. Unless you know that what they're giving you is itself haram, stolen property or something like this. If they die and they leave a will, they write something in a will saying, this goes to my child. This is considered like a gift of the living. They can take it. But if they die without a will, and then the state laws, Western state laws, divide up the wealth according to their legal inheritance laws, then the Muslim is not allowed to inherit from the non-Muslim under such circumstances. That's to put it in a nutshell. So, depending on the circumstance, he or she may partake of the parent's property. If they're living and it's a gift, they may take it. If they die and it's in a will, they may take it. But if it is divided up and given to them by the government without any will being there, then they're not allowed to take it. With that, dear viewers, I'd like to thank you for being with this segment of the program, In the Light of Islam. You may write to me at P.O. Box 111, Sharjah TV, in Sharjah, UAE. And we hope that you will continue to follow our programs throughout the rest of the year. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.